Whoa, there we go. Now we're rocking. Yep. Welcome back, Ruby Cats and Chicks. Just getting myself together. Been busy as hell, taking care of all sorts of interesting things here at the Savage Film Group, here in the Savage Mansion. Here I am in my office. It's kind of in disarray because there's a lot of stuff going on here. But I had to make another video, because you guys probably saw my last video, shamelessly self-promoting my new t-shirts that we're selling of all of our cast and characters. But I really wanted to share this with you. And really important. I'm not just this particular video, I'm not just sharing it with the fans that I usually, in the place I usually post it with our close fans who follow my work, but I'm also posting it in some of the filmmaking groups because I think it's important for some of the independent filmmakers to take advantage of the situation that's going on right now. You probably have heard that those idiots in Hollywood, the actors and actresses, are all now have joined the idiot writers on strikes. And you say, boy, Rock, that's kind of harsh, isn't it? Well, no, it isn't. You know, Hollywood's been in trouble for a long time. First, for making a combination of things. Some of it wasn't their fault, like the Cootie virus that was out causing trouble, and, you know, the response to it, which was ridiculously exaggerated in my not so humble opinion. The reaction was an overreaction that should never have happened, like the lockdowns and all that crap. But we won't get into that. But the thing is, the theaters were closed for a while, and that hurt the filmmaking industry. But then, on top of that, after the theaters all opened, there was no longer any excuse. What happened, of course, was the movies got crappy, real crappy, and we know why. The writers, instead of writing a good, solid story, they didn't care about the story anymore. They cared about the message. Well, nobody cared about your message. They thought your message sucked. So it was better to go back to telling a good story. But these guys couldn't do it because they weren't real writers. They were activists. And activists don't write good stories because they're interested only in the message. So now, of course, they're in trouble because a lot of people are going to be cut. You have their jobs cut and stuff. And I don't feel sorry for the writers at all. This is what you created. And now what really sucks, well, sucks for Hollywood, is that the actors, you know, led by the annoying Fran Drescher of The Nanny with that horrible voice she has. And please don't tell me that voice isn't horrible. Matter of fact, speaking of which, I feel like I'm losing my voice, so hope you forgive me if I have a drink here. I don't feel like stopping the camera for anything. So anyway, she's there whining about the actors and how hard-working the actors and the writers, and they're going to be solidarity and blah, 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 and all this other crap. Okay, some of you actors suck too, okay? Let's come to the party, admit it. You've been preaching to the rest of the country how we should think, how we should vote. You really messed up. So really, and of course the big studios suck too, so everybody involved kind of sucks. And we really don't care. Now, I don't think a lot of these actors, I don't think the actors deserve more money. I don't think the writers deserve more money. There is one thing I'm slightly sympathetic to, believe it or not, despite how harsh I've been lately, or just now. I've noticed that the one thing I do agree with them on is how much they their disdain and their fear of artificial intelligence. And I'm thinking, I don't blame them for that one, because artificial intelligence, should it be banned? Absolutely. This first for many reasons. Of course, the fact that it takes away jobs from human beings, that should, anything that puts people out of work, especially with a growing population that we have. Not, they keep wanting to let people in from other countries. Well, okay, that means we have to have more jobs. That means we can't have. I'm sorry, you got to make up your mind. If you're bringing in more people from other countries, you have to have more jobs. That means you can't have any technology that takes away jobs from people. That means this has to be stopped right now. Seriously. That means technology that's taking away jobs has to stop. And that means artificial intelligence. Now, I'm not too concerned about it, because just like CGI, I can spot CGI. And CGI is crap. I don't care what anybody says. I can spot it. It doesn't look real to me. And when they try to use it in movies to, hey, give you Mark Hamill in or should I say Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian, he didn't look right. He looked off. It's what they call the uncanny valley. So AI never going to really replace actors totally. They try, it's going to look like crap. You might as well make an animated movie in traditional 2D. That's what I'm saying. And also, a friend of mine was recently on a science fiction website. It's an online science fiction magazine. They stopped taking submissions. People were using artificial intelligent programs to generate stories. Well, the artificial intelligence program is just that. It's artificial. It has to learn from somewhere else, and it doesn't learn not to plagiarize. It plagiarizes things. So, yeah, it's not going to replace writers. It really isn't. But I do understand that demand, and I think that's the only demand that's reasonable. However, when Fran Drescher and her annoying voice is there screaming about solidarity and how horrible it is they're being replaced by machines, what I want to tell that skinny, annoying bitch is simply this. Where were you when CGI came? Where were you? CGI put a lot of special effects people out of business. CGI has put a lot of stuntmen out of business. And it's crap, and it's responsible for crappy movies. If you don't believe me, you can compare the crappy Fast and Furious movies, which all you're doing is you're sitting down and watching a video game. You watch a good stunt movie with real cars and real stuntmen and real danger. You watch The Junk Man. It was made in the 80s by the same guy who made the original Gone in 60 Seconds. And you'll see what a fantastic difference that is. Nothing beats the real thing. It's just like there's nothing better than home cooking rather than going to McDonald's. Let's come to the party and admit that, okay? So, but where was Fran Drescher? Where was the Actors Guild? Where were the Writers Guild? They weren't protesting the creation of CGI and saying that it should be banned. Oh, they didn't care about the effects artists. They didn't care about the stuntmen. No, but now that they might be replaced, they're shitting a brick, aren't they? Well, in case you probably didn't notice, I have not come here to praise Hollywood. I've come here to bury it. As an independent filmmaker, I am relishing this. This is more opportunity for many of you out there who are independent filmmakers. Don't cry for Hollywood. No, it's your time to shine. Promote your movies and promote the fact that it's written by real human beings. And by the way, you shouldn't use CGI. I never have. Practical effects in my movies, and I've had flying saucers and explosions, and I've had all sorts of things. We've done makeup and gore and bloody stuff, and all practical effects. And you should too. Don't stoop to that low. Use real humans and real human ingenuity in your movies. So, this is your time to shine. We should be celebrating what seems like the demise of Hollywood. They can't make good, apparently they can't make good movies anymore. They've infected themselves with this disease known as wokeness. They can't write good stories. They don't know how to budget a movie. They spend too much money on a movie that might be for a small audience. That's why that movie, what was it called? Bros failed. It was for a very small market. If they had budgeted for that small market, it might have been successful, but they didn't know what the hell they were doing. Majority of the public doesn't want to see that crap. A small group of people would say, yeah, I'd go see it. And they would. But they didn't know their audience. So here's your time. Here's your chance. My fellow independent filmmakers, you young kids out there who are more tech savvy, than I am. You have an opportunity now. Just be careful how you market your films. Make sure that I still do physical media. I market mine on DVD. We have excellent artwork, and I know where to market my movies. For example, I go to farmers market and people look for original, what they consider, crafts. I don't know if filmmaking, I guess, is a craft, and I've done well there. I would not recommend you sell your movies at a flea market because people there are always looking for a bargain. And they said, oh, you're selling these DVDs for $10, that's too much. Well, the $2 movies there are used, and some of them are direct to video also, but mine are literally brand new. I just right hot off the press and everything. And so, but they don't care because flea markets, people are looking for bargains. Terrible place to sell independent films. So stay away from there. But like I said, this is your time to shine. And like I said, one of the things that I think independent films will be able to brag about is say no CGI, no AI, produced by human beings. Who do you trust? The machines or the humans? Well, of course, the humans, hopefully. So, yeah. So, we should be celebrating the demise of Hollywood. They've been slowly dying. Disney's planning to sell off some of its assets. This is a good thing. It's a good thing. Like I said, it's your time to shine. It's your time to pick your niche marketing, because I know some of you have your favorite genres. Some of you are documentary filmmakers. Pick that's your niche marketing. Promote accordingly. Some of you are some of you make horror movies. Again, you should know your audience very well. My movies are very bizarre, I admit. So, for example, well, if you want to know what my movies are like, I'm in more than one genre. I have action / horror, which a hybrid that I don't think I invented, but I definitely exploited more than anyone. I also do Mondo films. There's a style of documentary, but they're on very bizarre subjects. And, of course, I have a lot of double features and stuff like that. So, anyway, that being said, it's a niche marketing, and I know what to expect. and how to. I've learned that by the school of hard knocks, really. So also make sure if you're selling physical media, make sure you get a great artist. I am very fortunate to have an excellent artist do my work. My friend Frank Masalo, who's also is in my movie, and he's a great actor as well, has done most of the artwork for my films, especially the double features and the and the recent films like Two-Fisted Tales of Terror, Weird Crime Stories, great covers, wonderful covers. Um, it helps it helps sell the concept of the movie. People say, "Oh, wait a minute, let me see what I want. I may want to watch that." So anyway, that being said, like I said, I think everyone involved in the strike is a jerk. The studios are jerks, the actors are jerks, and the writers are jerks. Like I said, I noticed that the Actors Guild didn't give a damn about the effects people losing their jobs and the stuntmen who lost their jobs when they all went CGI, but now they're so concerned about artificial intelligence. Very, very interesting, and obviously, don't worry about them. This is a time to promote independent films like crazy. As a matter of fact, you probably notice a small independent film, Sounds of Freedom, is kicking ass at the box office, and the other movie that's kicking ass is, I forgot the name of it, but it's a horror movie. So, there you go. And I think the next one to kick ass will probably be Tom Cruise's latest Mission Impossible film. So, there you go. That's not an independent film, but it's films people want to see. People, you know, people don't want to see Disney anymore. They make garbage. So, and what can I say? So it's like I said, be proud to be independent, and don't never ever praise Hollywood. Help bury it. It's not what it used to be. Anyway, if you want to support your local independent filmmakers, you should. Well, I'm sure you know who they are. Hopefully, around here, around the internet. You want to see some of my really bizarre, freaky films, which include action and horror and Mondo videos, Mondo movies. Go to the link below at www.savagefilmgroup.com. When you're ready to order, you click on the link. It'll take you to my wife's Etsy store where you can use your credit card. If you don't wish to use your credit card, just print out the order form, send me a check or money order. You can do, like I said, you got quite a bit of options there. But check out the movies. Check out the, you might find something you like. And support your independent filmmaker, your local independent filmmaker, or independent filmmaker in general. Okay, because everybody could use a little bit of help there. All right, that's all I got to say. Thanks for listening. I appreciate that. And keep, those of you who are film fans and fans of my quirky films, keep on watching and watch more independent and underground films. And those of you out there who make films, you keep making those movies, okay? All right, then. Everybody stay groovy, and I'm going to sign off right now.